Got. 56, the mark. 51. Check 56. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
You got nothing in there. You got nothing. Switch it. Come on, switch 22. Hey, check.
From the 29, Ryan steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Don't stop.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Complete to Sammy.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years. So he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Come baby, come baby.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Gurley's got the first down and then some. And down to the 28-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
59, ready.
Gurley again here on first down. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
On third down, Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down. First and 10 at the 11.
Ready? 56 to Mike. 56. Mike 56.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care care of the ball because here come the defenders.
And the Panther first down.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Carolina.
They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Grady Jarrett on the stop. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16
yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 29-yard line.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27.
Now a handoff for Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
1st down, Bridgewater. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Carolina.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
At the 6-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. To the air again with Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And the 3rd quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
A gain of 17. But it brings up third down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
A gain of 15.
McCaffrey. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
McCaffrey.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Todd Gurley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Completes it to Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The connection there, Bridgewater to Samuel for a Panther first down. On first down. This is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
On the carry. Grady Jarrett on the stop. It's a gain of 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
At the 47-yard line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. 2nd down and 8. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Stay with your man. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Not today, you are. Not today. Wait, wait. Monk's 56. Watch the slant.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, they run with Gurley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 39. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Get your swarm on. Check 98. Check 99.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
The Falcons send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. To throw is Bridgewater. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll be out right at the 35.
To John Ross.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 1 yard. And a Panther 1st down.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They stay on the ground, McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Bridgewater to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Slye. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the 2nd one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Play action. Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
Ryan's pass intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football. Low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.